Okay, this is what is your practice response video number 3. Sorry to clog up your inbox, but yeah, I'm in a slightly less windy place here, so I hope the sound will be a bit better on this one. But this is the practice I've talked about before, and it's a practice I've borrowed from Henry David Thoreau, which I've called living deliberately. It's out of that book Walden, where he says that he moved to the woods because he wanted to live deliberately. And I really like that idea of living deliberately, because it seems to me that so much of our lives, or my life at least anyway, is just spent living kind of accidentally or randomly or in response, or as you know, responding to effects, you know, it's all that kind of stuff really. I do often feel like I'm a domino rather than anything else, or just on autopilot or sleepwalking. So I'm taking from Henry David Thoreau the idea that sometimes it's nice to stop living accidentally for a while and start living deliberately. And by that I don't mean anything grandiose. I don't mean having a big life plan or a big Rick Warren kind of purpose in life. I'm thinking in much simpler terms. And in fact I'm thinking in terms of the really smallest moments of life. And this is where this is one of those practices you can do in your kitchen whilst you're making the dinner. And it's really about just simple things like how you move your arm to do something, it is for me at least, or how you turn your head. I say it came out of Henry David Thoreau. It's a kind of combination of reading Henry David Thoreau's Walden, but also because I used to do a little bit of Tai Chi and Qigong, but it just took so long, you know, as I think I mentioned. And I started thinking, you know, why am I breaking off this pattern of moving around my world in order to do this other pattern of moving around my world whilst I'm thinking carefully about it? Because in a sense, I mean, I'm simplifying obviously, in a sense Qigong and Tai Chi are just moving. They're just moving about really, whilst thinking very carefully about it. So as I say, I just thought, why am I thinking about this why am I doing this special movement to think about, as opposed to just thinking about movement more broadly? And so that's what I do. I spend a lot of time, probably not for long periods of time, just a few seconds usually, but probably at least 2 or 3 dozen times a day, maybe more than that. You know, certainly on this walk I've been on, I must have consciously paid attention and done things deliberately 20 or 30 times so far on this walk. And it's usually just something simple as okay, feel the ground under your foot, that's it, or move that leg, so just move the leg and put it down, just really feel it, you know, or reach out and touch this. There's nothing here, of course, I'm miming here, but you know, climbing over a fence, reach out, really feel the fence, and just try to get, this is what I try to do, try and really get inside the movement and do it as deliberately as possible. I mean, do it. You have to continue. It's not about holding back what you're doing. It's just putting a bit of mind into it. So you're doing it consciously rather than doing it automatically, I suppose. It's not even doing anything differently. I don't do anything differently with it. I just do exactly the same thing as I was doing anyway, but doing it deliberately. Anyhow, that's number 2. The wind's picking up here. It's a shame because I think the wind might be affecting the noise on these videos. I hope not. Anyhow, that's the third of my practices.